As you guys well know, the biggest opportunity in crypto, in my eyes, is crypto gaming. There's nothing on this earth that compares to the power of a global network of players who are obsessed with their favorite games, actually using, trading, owning, truly owning the items inside their favorite digital worlds on the blockchain. One hit game could literally change the entire crypto industry by onboarding hundreds of millions of players to crypto in a completely native and sustainable way. It is, in many ways, the holy grail of crypto adoption. However, the industry has some problems. And today, I'm presenting to you an update about a project that is near and dear to my heart because I am the co-founder of this project and how this project will work to solve some of the major issues facing the crypto gaming industry and overall push towards a future where crypto gaming finally achieves the incredible potential that it holds. Now, before I even get into this video, I want to say very clearly, do not FOMO over what I'm about to tell you. This is an update to the project SuperVerse that, of course, we've been talking about on this channel for a very long time. And although a ton of work has led up to what you're about to see, the truth is that this is the beginning of another multi-year journey, another huge era of the project, during which there is tons of time for you to learn about this project. This is just a starting place for you to understand the brave new world that SuperVerse is venturing into, and by no means the only interesting thing coming up. This is the beginning of a new era. Unlike some of my other videos, this is not your last chance, okay? This is just the start. So take a breath, understand that short term is not the focus of this project. And at this point, you know, because it's been years and years of working on this project. This is not a brand new shiny thing. This is something that has continued to evolve, and I'm extremely proud of what you're about to see. Now, the first thing that you'll notice about the project is an entirely new brand. This may seem like a superficial change, but in truth, this is a deeply meaningful change that is utterly necessary for the pivot into the broader vision of SuperVerse as core infrastructure for the gaming movement. SuperVerse is gaming united. The brand itself actually embodies everything we want people to know about this project. As you can see, the S from SuperVerse is abstract here in this triple S formation. The shape also shows all three S's moving together to show how community is the backbone of the gaming movement. We can actually see in the logo here that these aren't even S's, and instead you're seeing the silhouette of a 3D shape. These building blocks also look like green arrows, which of course show growth and prosperity, things that I believe are absolutely core to the next phase of the SuperVerse movement. This is far more than a new logo. It embodies the essence of what the project SuperVerse is seeking to achieve. And so it's really important that this brand signify and show to the world what the protocol is looking to do in the world. Gaming United is the essence, the mission of the protocol. It calls for unity and strength within the entire gaming industry. And in 2 words, you can explain exactly what SuperVerse is going to do for the crypto gaming industry. Now, for the uninitiated, gaming is the biggest online entertainment industry, or the biggest entertainment industry, period, and it has a parabolic growth curve. You can see here that movies and films, as far as the amount of money that people put into them, has been mostly stagnant since the early 2000s, with gaming literally growing geometrically every year. Gaming is now worth more than movies and music combined, and it is just getting started. Now, if you've played any modern games, you know that the entire new model for the industry is buying items within the games that you already play. It's not about just buying the game, it's about buying the stuff within the game. And this is one of the first instances of people valuing things intrinsically in the digital world that we've seen. And when you consider the absolute scale of gaming, with games that cater to hundreds of millions of players, well, we know for a fact that one major hit will bring in a floodgate of new users that will truly move the entire industry, not just gaming, but the entire crypto industry into a brave new era. Now, crypto gaming was mostly a pipe dream until we had what we call Axie Summer, or that's what at least I call it. And then we got shortly after that Meta changing its name to Meta from Facebook. This was unprecedented and brought with it a floodgate of investment into the space. You can see here that during 2021, Axie Infinity hit a price of over $150. I think its ultimate high was over $160, which math would show equates to a $43 billion market cap on just one simple game. But the difference here is that most people were just there to extract value from Axie. The primary use case wasn't playing the game for the experience of the game, but the potential was validated validated. We now know that when a game goes global, the potential that it could have from a market cap standpoint is in the tens of billions at least. And that could just be the tip of the iceberg. With gaming as an industry already in the hundreds of billions in annual recurring revenue, it's not a far stretch of the imagination that crypto plus gaming could take this industry into the trillions. But up to this point, we haven't seen that breakthrough moment. In fact, as of exactly a year ago, there had been $4.5 billion poured into investment in this space. And we consistently see articles like this about how the industry fails to attract new players. But this doesn't take into account the realities that games take years to develop. The great games are slow moving, and in many ways, they are completely incompatible with the fast-paced, almost frantic nature of cryptocurrency, especially in the modern day, where there's something new and crazy happening almost every hour. And it's led to constant feedback from the community calling Web3 gaming vaporware. What's crazy is that not only have I founded a project and seen the inner workings of a game studio pushing with everything they have to create amazing games with imposters, but I've interacted with some of the most elite, passionate, and idealistic builders across the entire crypto space. And I believe that none are as dedicated as the gaming teams that I see around this industry. But there's a big issue here. And that issue is that the crypto community has a tremendously difficult time supporting these games, the great games that are truly at the precipice of bringing a brave new day to not just gaming, but the entire crypto industry. And that's why throughout this bear market, SuperVerse has been reinvented to support the current stage of gaming and help push this entire movement towards the brink of mass adoption. Today, I'm extremely proud to present to you SuperVerse, Gaming United. Super connects the biggest Web3 community to the best crypto games. SuperVerse has a few superpowers, the first of which is distribution. SuperVerse is an authentic and irreplicable Web3 network of highly passionate partners and players. We have built-in reach for any title to be successful. One of the things that you realize over the course of your time in crypto is that some things have this incredibly strong technological narrative and there's all this smart money. There's some tech that nobody ever cares about. No one ever buys it. The project just simply doesn't succeed, even if it has amazing technology. And there's other things that are literally pictures of monkeys, pictures of dogs, and they develop this incredibly powerful network effect. And what you come to realize over time is that the driving power behind crypto is the network of humans behind it, the people that make up the communities. While community is kind of a meme, it's also not. It's also the most important thing in the whole industry. And after 6 years of grinding, I can confidently say that this is a leading hub of community for the entire industry. And the best game developers want to participate in what we've created here. But of course, it's not just community. That might be the killer feature, but there's a ton under the surface. The SuperVerse is innovating with a native blockchain custom tailored for gaming with lightning fast and low cost transactions. Developed in partnership with industry leaders and powered by the Super Token, this is the definitive home for Web3 gaming. That's right, your ears do not deceive you. Superchain is in development now and being built in partnership with awesome industry leaders. There is going to be a ton of information on that as the project rolls that out, because building the best technology is one facet, but helping connect it to the biggest and most thriving communities is what the X factor of the SuperVerse project is all about. There will be a ton more information on the blockchain of the SuperVerse powered by Super Token that will be coming soon. However, the main focus of the current phase of SuperVerse is this: unification. By unifying the industry's top projects with a global community of supporters, SuperVerse is turning Web3 gaming into a powerful, coordinated movement. Gaming is divided no more. That's right, the current phase of SuperVerse is all about bringing the best developers together, getting them as much community support as they can, and helping them share community, liquidity, and resources to push forward to the inflection point that will change the course of crypto gaming, not just for their project, but for every project. Remember the Axie moment that brought in over $4.5 billion in investment into crypto gaming, that inspired Facebook to change their name to Meta? There is no doubt that one team's success will have powerful implications for literally every project in the space. And now we get to the super fun part of this. All the best games, one token. Super is being integrated across elite Web3 gaming titles, creating the first ever unified crypto gaming network. Super is partnering up with tons of games in this industry, the best of the best. Again, the goal is to push great games to success, not literally every game to success. So Super will be focusing only on the highest quality of games, trying to support them in every way possible to achieve that mainstream crossover success. And in doing so, hopefully create the ripple effect, the inflection point that will bring crypto gaming mainstream, as well as every project in the space. As you can see, there are a lot of logos here, including some major infrastructure partners that are making all of this possible. Now, while we'll be saving up so that each of our partners gets their own special announcement, another reason why you should go right now to the SuperVerse Twitter and put the bell notification on so you're notified whenever we announce a partner. We do have some that we'll share with you today. SuperVerse is working very closely with Polygon to help create the future of the gaming industry. It's no secret that Polygon has been the original home for the gaming ecosystem of the blockchain and has attracted many of the biggest gaming projects in the entire space. Of course, they're not the only ones, as Immutable is an absolute behemoth, bringing in some of the biggest gaming projects that have ever hit the blockchain. Combined, Masari estimates that they have 70% of the on-chain gaming development today. So of course, SuperVerse is very proud to have partnered up with both Polygon and Immutable in creating this unified gaming network that can help solve the problems that Web3 gaming is experiencing today. The other logo you might notice here is, of course, Beam, and that is because Beam is an absolute blue chip infrastructure provider in Web3 gaming, and creating this first unified gaming network without Beam simply wouldn't be right. And finally, the project is going omni-chain. The Super token needs to be everywhere that crypto gaming is, and that is being done by leveraging the incredible Layer 0 tech stack. Decentralization of the project was step one, and that took place with the SuperVerse DAO staker, where participants could govern over existing on-chain product fees such as imposters. Now, it's worth noting that imposters, the actual homegrown product within the SuperVerse ecosystem, has recently announced the hire of Rick Ellis. He's the new studio head for imposters, and this guy literally created Steam for Valve. He prototyped the actual most important piece of software that eventually got brought to Valve. He came on to Valve and ended up building the most disruptive piece of software that completely revolutionized the way that gaming distribution happens in the modern age. He also was a lead on Half-Life 2 as well as Counter-Strike, and his career as a studio head has numerous massive commercial successes. Imposters is now under veteran leadership, and that's something that DAO stakers should truly rejoice over given the nature of the on-chain fees being governed by the DAO. There's also opportunities for partner ecosystems to provide custom cosmetics and additional unique perks for DAO stakers. Phase 2 is all about integrations. Super is being integrated into leading Web3 games. This enables projects to seamlessly share users and liquidity, reducing fragmentation while increasing the industry's chance of mainstream success. Stay tuned for massive partnership announcements. Once again, uniting people together, helping games attract users in. You know me, I spend every waking day interacting with, listening to, and trying to better understand the crypto community of today, as well as trends in the market. And we heard resoundingly, loud and clear, that tons of crypto natives had a ton of trouble deciding on which game they wanted to be a part of, how they would get involved, whether to buy the NFTs, the ecosystem tokens, how they could decide which games were going to be successful. Again, Super is designed to remove all that confusion and allow for a simple way for people to jump into Web3 gaming and start experiencing the entire ecosystem. It simplifies life for the community, and it's a huge and powerful tool for elite game devs in this space. And finally, we have the evolution. Super is evolving into its own chain, designed in partnership with industry leaders to be the definitive home for Web3 gaming. More information coming soon. Again, the evolution to Superchain is phase 3. The foundation and team are focused squarely on bringing Super to as many elite gaming projects as we can and really uniting the crypto gaming movement so that we can start cheering for these game devs, oftentimes with teams that number in the hundreds. I can tell you, I know a lot of projects that have been spun up in DeFi, even L1s, and without a doubt, there is more time, energy, working hours, blood, sweat, and tears poured into these gaming projects than any other sector. So helping these hardworking developers that I believe are pursuing the single most important goal in the entire industry is something that I'm very proud will be the ultimate goal of the new and improved SuperVerse. The chain stuff is a major ball of wax that we will get to down the line. Not too far down the line, just not today. So go ahead, if you want to partner with SuperVerse, you can apply today. The first game that you'll see featured on the website is called Off the Grid, and it's one of the many elite AAA games that the SuperVerse is going to partner with to help bring crypto gaming to the masses. Off the Grid is especially cool as it was conceived of by the creative mind behind District 9 and Chappie, and with over $70 million in funding, it is likely to be one of the biggest AAA game releases of 2024. Now, there's going to be a huge announcement with Off the Grid and Super at the end of the week showing how Super token holders will get exclusive access to farm some of the most valuable, early, and powerful items in the Off the Grid item economy. And this is just the first cool collaboration that the SuperVerse and Off the Grid are doing. Leading with Off the Grid is setting the tone about the quality of games that want to tap in to the SuperVerse network, to tap into the community that they see as the backbone of the gaming movement. And while I'm extremely proud of all the games that want to work with SuperVerse, we felt partly because of timing, but also because of the sheer quality of the game, that this would be an amazing first game to highlight with the announcement of the new and improved SuperVerse. Again, make sure you're following SuperVerse on Twitter with the bell notification enabled so that you get notified later this week when we announce the full partnership and all of the cool details about how Super Token is working within the Off the Grid ecosystem. So today marks a brave new day. SuperVerse is the single easiest way for a community to get into all of the best games, and the project will look to continually add elite games to its ecosystem. The token will be the native token for all blockchain infrastructure that, of course, has this killer feature of a global community that has been pioneering and really on the forefront of the crypto gaming movement for years, way before it was cool. That is something that games desperately want and complements the traditional game developers tremendously well. They don't really know about crypto like that. So come on, if you guys are hyped like I am, this has been a ton of work and something that no other community could truly pull off. Go ahead and show some love by going over to SuperVerse now and interacting with the Hello World tweet where we blow the lid off and introduce this to the world. And make sure to leave a comment and tell us what you think about SuperVerse taking over and helping push crypto gaming to where it needs to be. As always, I want to say on a personal level, the amount of people that have been supporting this project for years and have believed in the project means more to the team and the foundation than you could ever know. Of course, it means the world to me. This is truly just the beginning of a new phase, and I'm excited to roll this out with all of you. SuperVerse is scaling horizontally. It's connecting the most important developments in the space to the most important community in the space, and I cannot be more excited to see the results. As always, I hope you enjoy this. There will be a lot more Super updates in the very near future, and I'll see you very soon on the next episode.